Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be doing some more shorter-term technical analysis on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets because, as you guys know, overnight yesterday, Bitcoin decided to go ahead and rally above not only the 20 daily exponential moving average, one of the most important levels of resistance that Bitcoin was facing, we also at the same time managed to rally above a downtrending level of resistance that Bitcoin has been under for the last month or so. Guys, in today's video, we're going to continue our analysis on this breakout because some very important developments have happened overnight having to do with Bitcoin flagging out, having to do with volume, having to do with some of the fundamental indicators, and having to do with another trend line that I want to show you guys that is calling bullishness for Bitcoin. Guys, the purpose of this video is to make sure you understand both the bullish side and the bearish side, the upside and the downside, so that you have a strong understanding of where Bitcoin could go in either direction so that you can come out of this making your own decision about where you believe that Bitcoin will go, and so that you can be informed on these markets and how they're moving. Guys, you're going to get a lot of good value out of today's video. If you do, as always, consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below. It really helps out the channel when you do that, and I'd be very appreciative if you did. Before we just go ahead and, dive on into it, I need to mention something first. And that, guys, will be the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. As you guys know, CT2A is on sale here during the month of July. If you guys want to get started trading and profiting in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, you need to understand how these markets work. Technical analysis is the tool by which you will understand when to put your trades in. So if you want to actually work in these markets and profit in these markets, you must unequivocally invest in your education. And if you're interested, CT2A is linked down below. This is our academy that's going to teach you everything you need to know so that you can get started profiting in these markets. More on that at the end of the video, but for now though, guys, without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. I hope you all have had a fantastic week. Guys, my week is going absolutely awesome. There is a lot of craziness going on behind the scenes with all the business that we're doing. Guys, I want you to understand this. There is a lot of work going on right now behind these videos. You're not seeing any of it on camera, but there is a ton of things going on behind the scenes. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoJeb, and I'll be posting over there about everything that's going on. But at the end of the day, everything we're doing is going to end up bringing you guys higher quality content, and I'm really excited about that. So guys, with that said, let's go ahead and jump onto the chart. As you will probably know by now, Bitcoin broke above the 20-day EMA yesterday and our downtrending level of resistance. And you might look at this chart and say, crap, Bitcoin rallied and now we're having a red candlestick. But I'm here to propose that that red candlestick is actually a very good thing for Bitcoin. Here's why. What happened the last several times that Bitcoin broke out? We rallied up here, broke out, and then fell right back down. Rallied up here, broke out, and then had this massive red candlestick come in. Rallied up here, broke out, and 2 days later, we were right back to where we started. Even right here, Bitcoin rallied, and then we went down and had a bearish engulfing candlestick of this already massive green candlestick. The single common denominator between all four of those failed rally attempts is that Bitcoin did not take the time it needed to lock in those gains, get ready to move to the upside even farther, and convince the bears that, in fact, they are not in control anymore. And the bulls now have the momentum. The bulls are in a hard fight right now to gain the initiative in this battle, and I think they're going to win it, but to do so, they need to lock in the gains that they have already made above the levels of resistance that we've already broken. And guys, I do think that that is starting to happen. Part of the reason that I think so is because over the last 2 months, we have seen several different technical indicators and fundamental indicators trend to the downside. We've seen volume trend down. We've seen volatility trend down. We've seen retail investor interest trend down. We've seen open interest on the leverage exchanges trend to the downside. We've seen less viewership here on YouTube. We've seen decreased interest in the key search term Bitcoin. But what all of that means, now that all of those fundamentals are lower, what does that mean? It means that for Bitcoin to go into an uptrend on any of those, volume, volatility, open interest, people being interested in Google search for Bitcoin, people looking at YouTube videos for cryptocurrency, all of those things are already so low that for them to enter an uptrend would be very easy because they're already so low. Does that make sense? It's much easier for Bitcoin to go into an uptrend if it's trading at $1 than if it's trading at $1 million. Taking it to an extreme, you understand what I mean. So the fact that Bitcoin has been trading sideways here for so long means that it's much easier for Bitcoin to build the bullish momentum and the initiative because we don't have to make massive strides to do so. We only have to rally $300 and then we're already into bullish territory. A good example of what I'm talking about is that we've just seen the largest green volume candle that we've seen in the last 2 weeks, barring these two over here. Over on Google Trends, you can see that Bitcoin's search volume went down to 46, and then last week it jumped up to 55. That is a 9% jump. That's significant. And don't be fooled by this dip right here because this week hasn't closed yet. Not only that, guys, as you can see, Bitcoin has clearly broken this downtrend of resistance right here, but there's actually another way you could draw this, something like this, where you're taking the top of the candle bodies, and you see that if you draw the downtrend like this, Bitcoin actually broke it at the exact same time that it broke the 20D EMA, and the 20D EMA is actually our top level of support. Take notice, guys, Bitcoin literally just needs to trade sideways, and it will be a bullish thing. Bitcoin's been pretty good at trading sideways lately, so unless Bitcoin has a big correction, capitulation below those levels of support, we are in bullish territory. The longer we stay in the bullish territory, the more confident the bulls get, the more people buy Bitcoin, and therefore the higher the price goes, which is a domino effect. It's cyclical, and Bitcoin will start to rally if everything falls into place the way we think it will. But let's talk about the bearish argument, because there is one as always, and I don't want you guys to be blindsided because we simply decided not to discuss it. While I am personally bullish on Bitcoin right now, I have maintained that for the last 3 months that I am bullish until proven otherwise, and I have not been proven otherwise. I am bullish on the market, and I do think this is a very strong contender for Bitcoin to start moving to the upside. I do want you guys to be aware that not everything is sunshine and rainbows right now. There is low volume, there is low volatility, there is low interest, there is lacking in the amount of news coming into Bitcoin, there is lacking in the interesting aspect of the space, which would draw more people in. All of the things that have declined, all of our volume, all of our everything, our search interest, everything that has gone down over the last 3 months, we are currently fighting against. If we can continue to raise those metrics, pump those fundamentals, we are going to be doing well, but we need to make sure that happens. If Bitcoin sits up here for the next week and trades sideways, then that's probably going to result in Bitcoin trending to the downside, because we do not want to see the bulls try something and get no momentum, burn themselves out because they're not seeing progress, and then give up. So guys, while I am bullish on Bitcoin right now, I want you to take what we're seeing right now with a grain of salt. Remember, this is the 5th of the major breakouts that we've seen Bitcoin attempt. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If Bitcoin doesn't do something really good here, we're probably going to fall down, and then those scenarios that we talked about on the bearish argument a few weeks ago will probably come to fruition. I, again, don't think that's going to happen, but I am warning you. You need to be paying attention to this, and we need to see bullish exuberance for Bitcoin. Bitcoin trading sideways for the last 24 hours is a great thing. That means we're locking in gains. But if we keep trading sideways for another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, that is not a good thing, because that shows weakness in the bulls. The bulls need to be pushing Bitcoin higher, or they may as well just be giving up their initiative. So guys, all of this, I suppose, being a long-winded way of saying that you need to watch Bitcoin, and we need to see Bitcoin continue breaking levels of resistance. Here's what I'd like to see Bitcoin do in the next 72 hours to add to my own confidence about the space. We talked about a trade that you could set up in yesterday's video right here with an entry around $9,525. I want to see that trade being able to be put in place. What that means is I want Bitcoin breaking this high. If Bitcoin breaks this high right here and sets a higher high, that is when I'm going to be really excited, because there's definitely an argument that you can make that Bitcoin is still in a downtrend with descending highs right here, ascending lows right here, and we're just in a smaller consolidation pattern. That is very much a truthful thing to talk about. So I want to see Bitcoin get up above here, hit this level of resistance, and smash it. That's the next thing I want to see Bitcoin do. If it does that, I'm going to be very happy. While we're talking about shorter term time frame things, guys, I could also mention that Bitcoin showed some bullish hidden divergence right here on the RSI last night. Bitcoin did fall over, but I think bulls are going to remember that Bitcoin was showing hidden divergence here, and that may come up later on in this trading day. Furthermore, on the hourly chart, you can see that Bitcoin bounced around 92.80, which is perfectly fine, and it looks like we're going to actually be putting a bullish golden cross in on the hourly chart MACD. As you can see, Bitcoin on the hourly chart fell below the 20 EMA, but right now we're fighting it, and it looks like we're going to break above it. By the time this video goes out, Bitcoin will have probably decided what it's doing here, and hopefully it'll be trading up around $9,370 or $9,400. As far as the 4-hourly is concerned, guys, Bitcoin's RSI is a little overextended, but is getting corrected. Exponential moving average, we pulled back to it, and we corrected off of it. Bitcoin did not go below it. We fell to around 92.80. The 20 EMA was around 92.60 at the time. So Bitcoin, as far as I'm concerned, bounced off of it, and it actually bounced above it. And guys, my final point here is that I don't want you getting too worried about the fact that Bitcoin had a big red candlestick today on the daily chart. If you look at the 4-hourly, you're going to notice why that happened. Bitcoin shot up out of nowhere with very, 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 very tight Bollinger Bands. Bitcoin rode the outside of the Bollinger Bands for 5 hours, which is a very bullish sign. And all we've done is corrected back down into them, stayed above the standard deviation middle of that, which is the 20 simple moving average, and bounced from it. When I say that Bitcoin is locking in gains, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's nothing to be concerned about that we're seeing a red candlestick on the chart right now, because if you look at the shorter term time frames, the last 8 hours on Bitcoin have actually been bullish. We've added another $100 to our price. So guys, I'm excited about Bitcoin. This, I believe, has a lot of potential to turn into a bullish uptrend, but I don't want you guys getting burned. So like I said, pay attention to that level of resistance around $9,475 and see if Bitcoin breaks that. If it does, I will be the first to bring that to you here on the Crypto Jeb channel. So if you did enjoy today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you thought about the video in the comment section down below. And in the comments, I want you to tell me if any of you have any vanity coffee mugs for Bitcoin. I bought this a couple months ago. There was a website that added my channel as one of the top 5 YouTubers in the crypto space to watch if you're newer to the space. And I'm like, heck yeah, okay, cool. And so I started talking to them over at beginnerscryptoguide.com and bought a coffee mug from them, guys. This is awesome. It says Toxic Bitcoin Maximalist on it. Gosh, so toxic. So toxic. That's me. I'm toxic. Tell me in the comment section down below just how toxic I am. I mean, I challenged you guys to a game of Monopoly yesterday. Like 4 or 5 of you took me up on it. I guess I'm just going to have to beat you. Like, I don't know what to say. You know, just don't at me. I'll win. Anyway, guys, before we go, I do want to mention one thing, and that'd be the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Guys, there is a lot of expansion coming behind the scenes to this channel. We are doing a lot to bring you guys more content, more than we ever have by like an order of magnitude. We've gone from working with myself and Taylor, and now we have like 7 other people we're working with. There is a lot going on behind the scenes. It's going to take time, but I'm really excited about it, and it's all designed to help you guys in your journey of learning cryptocurrency technical analysis. And at the end of the day, that's why we created the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy in the first place, was to teach you guys these markets in a much faster method than if you tried to learn them on your own. Let me tell you something, guys. A lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't take a course. All that information is free on the internet. All of the information that you learn in college is free on the internet also, and yet people spend $40,000 a year going to college. Why do people do that? Look, I think college is massively overpriced, but I do not have anything wrong with the idea of a systemized educational system. I think it's a great thing to have higher education. I think it's a great thing for people to be investing in their own knowledge. Are colleges overpriced? Yes. Does it cost too much to go to college? Yes. Is there a massive amount of debt in that space? Yes. But is there anything wrong with paying someone to teach you something? Absolutely not. And in the same way, guys, CT2A is extremely valuable. The reason being is not because I have some kind of secret silver bullet that I'm going to teach you about. CT2A has not sold 2,000 copies to our students because I know something that other people don't. Don't get me wrong, there are things I teach in the academy that I see no one else talking about. Gut feeling and intuition are one of those, for example. But I'm not professing to be some wizard and I have a crystal ball and I look into the crystal ball and I say, Bitcoin's going to do this. And then I tell everybody who's in CT2A, Bitcoin's going to do this, make this trade. I'm not a magician, guys. I am, however, someone that has 3 years of experience working in this market every single day, and I know what I'm talking about. And that's why I created the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, is because I had to teach myself this stuff over the course of 2+ years. I mean, I'm still learning every day. And instead of you spending the next 2 years working in the space every single day trying to learn this and spend thousands of hours doing it like I did, I want to give you this content for a fraction of the price that it's worth so that you can start learning the markets. Guys, I will not lie to you. There are 8,760 hours in a year. That's a good number to know. I have probably spent at least 2,000 or 3,000 hours learning cryptocurrency markets. You do some simple math, 1,000 hours times $8 an hour working minimum wage flipping hamburgers, that's $8,000. 2,000 or 3,000 hours, that's like $20,000, $30,000 I could have made working at McDonald's instead of learning cryptocurrency. Do you want to spend all that time doing that, or do you want to have it all given to you in video lecture form, in a structured course? Which do you prefer? It's really that simple. Guys, if you want to learn technical analysis, if you want this to be your job, you need to take it seriously, and your education is the most important thing you will ever invest in. You can do it with me. You can do it with someone else. You can do it on your own. You're more than welcome to do that. The goal of this channel is to teach you guys. You can learn a lot from just these free videos, but if you want to take the next step and you want to actually see progress in your technical analysis abilities, CT2A is linked in the description down below. July 2020 is going to get you $40 off at checkout. Yes, we do have a full 14-day money-back refund guarantee, and also, yes, you can pay in Bitcoin. Simply shoot us an email at cryptojeb@gmail.com. Our email is linked in the description down below so that you don't email one of my many impersonators who I'm very much not fond of. I really wish they'd stop. Guys, there's a lot of scams in the cryptocurrency market. Don't get scammed. Seriously. Our official email is down below. There's been a lot of craziness going on with all these ads on YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't have any control over that. but it really upsets me. So please watch out for scams. Never send people Bitcoin expecting Bitcoin to come back to you. That's not how that works. A lot of you guys watching these videos are newer here. I want you to be aware that I didn't even plan on talking about this, but it came up. There are a lot of scams in cryptocurrency. Be careful. Anyway, guys, with that said, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching. As always, I can hear the music running now. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.